In a small coastal town where the sea met the sky in a seamless embrace, there lived a young woman named Elara. She had grown up by the ocean, with the sound of waves and the scent of salt in the air as constant companions. Her life was simple, filled with the quiet rhythms of the town and the ever-changing moods of the sea. Elara worked at a cozy little bookstore owned by her family. It was a place where stories came to life, where the scent of old paper mingled with the faint aroma of coffee, and where Elara found solace among the pages of books. She had a particular fondness for romance novels, dreaming of a love that would sweep her off her feet like the tide. One rainy afternoon, as the sky darkened and the rain began to fall in soft, steady whispers, a stranger entered the bookstore. He was tall and handsome, with dark hair dampened by the rain and a warm, inviting smile. His name was Adrian, and he had recently moved to the town to escape the fast-paced life of the city. Adrian was immediately drawn to Elara, not just for her beauty, but for the quiet strength he sensed within her. He admired the way she moved with grace and how her eyes lit up when she spoke about the books she loved. They spent hours talking that day, sharing stories and dreams as the rain drummed gently on the windows. As the weeks passed, Adrian became a frequent visitor to the bookstore. He and Elara grew closer, their connection deepening with each conversation. They would often take long walks along the beach, their footsteps leaving imprints in the sand, only to be washed away by the waves. The ocean seemed to echo their feelings, its gentle rhythm a reflection of the bond they were forming. One evening, after a particularly beautiful sunset, Adrian confessed his feelings to Elara. They stood by the shore, the last rays of sunlight painting the sky in shades of pink and gold. Adrian took her hand and told her how much she meant to him, how he had never felt so connected to anyone before. Elara's heart swelled with emotion. She had always dreamed of a love like this, but she had never imagined it would be so real, so profound. She realized that Adrian had become her anchor, a one who kept her grounded even as he lifted her spirits. In that moment, she knew that she loved him too. Their love blossomed like the flowers that grew along the cliffs overlooking the sea. They spent their days together, exploring the town, laughing and sharing their dreams for the future. The rain, which had once been a quiet backdrop to their story, became a symbol of their love, a love that grew stronger with every drop that fell. That, as with all love stories, their journey was not without challenges. Adrian's work required him to travel frequently, and there were times when the distance between them felt unbearable. Yet, they always found their way back to each other, their love a beacon guiding them through the storms. One fateful night, during a fierce storm, Adrian's boat was caught in the rough seas. Elara waited anxiously by the shore, her heart pounding with fear. The storm raged on, the wind howling and the waves crashing with fury. But through the darkness and the rain, she kept her faith, believing that their love would bring him back to her. Hours passed, and just as the first light of dawn broke through the clouds, she saw a figure emerging from the mist. It was Adrian, drenched and exhausted but alive. Elara ran to him, tears streaming down her face as she held him close, the rain mingling with her tears. In that moment, they both knew that their love was unbreakable. They had weathered the storm together, and their bond was stronger than ever. From that day on, they cherished every moment they had, knowing that true love could withstand any storm. As the years went by, Elara and Adrian continued to build their life together. They married in a small ceremony by the sea, with the waves as their witnesses. The rain, which had once brought them together, gently blessed their union, as if nature itself was celebrating their love. And so, in the little coastal town where the sea met the sky, Elara and Adrian lived out their love story. One had been written in the stars, whispered in the rain, and carried on the winds of fate. Vocabulary: 1. Solace. comfort or consolation in a time of distress or sadness. Example: Elara found solace among the pages of books in the cozy bookstore. 2. Whisper. A soft or low voice, especially one spoken without using the vocal cords. Example: the rain began to fall in soft, steady whispers as the stranger entered the bookstore. 3. Profound. Very great or intense, having deep meaning. Example: Elara realized that her feelings for Adrian were deep and profound. 4. Anchor. A person or thing that provides stability or confidence in an otherwise uncertain situation. Example: Adrian became Elara's anchor, keeping her grounded while lifting her spirits. 5. Beacon. A light or other signal that warns or guides, a source of inspiration or hope. Example: their love was a beacon, guiding them through the storms of life. Morals. 1. Love finds a way. True love has the strength to overcome obstacles and challenges, guiding people back to each other even through the most difficult times. 2. Faith in love. Believing in love, even in the face of uncertainty and fear, can provide the strength to endure and overcome life's storms. 3. The power of connection. Deep connections are formed through shared experiences, trust, and open hearts, creating a bond that can withstand the test of time. Thank you for watching and listening. Your support is truly appreciated. I hope you enjoy the content, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future.